Hey guys, it's Chris. From military helicopters to amphibious jeeps, here are 9 vehicles that can help you survive the zombie apocalypse. Number 9. Helicopters. Most vehicles built for the zombie apocalypse are meant to destroy the zombies before they can touch you. But the simple fact of the zombie apocalypse is that you don't have to kill them. You just have to get away from them. And since zombies are always on land, all you need is an aircraft that you can pilot yourself and use to get away and live on an island or something, such as maybe a helicopter. It may seem basic, but again, the point of surviving the apocalypse is to make sure you're in an area the zombies themselves can't get to. And by that token, a helicopter can help you get to an area that isn't infested with the brain-eating undead abominations. True, there is a possibility that you'll run out of fuel before you get to said safe area, but if you prepare well or you're able to find a refueling station that isn't surrounded by walkers, to quote The Walking Dead, then you'll probably be fine. Plus, most helicopters are designed to go about 300 miles without the need for refueling. So if you're smart and you know the area, you can go and find a place that isn't populated, thus allowing you the peace of mind to know that there aren't any zombies, or maybe as many zombies awaiting you when you land. This, of course, doesn't even mention things like the military helicopters, such as the APACHE, which is equipped with not only guns but missiles that can make very light work of zombies. And it also doesn't mention that you'd have to learn to fly a helicopter, which, you know, is just trivial at this point. Number 8. Hyundai Zombie Survival Car. What an odd product for a company like Hyundai to make. However, it was made specifically to be on the uber-popular show The Walking Dead, which is naturally about a world overrun by a zombie apocalypse. This particular car was crafted in the show by the main character Rick Grimes and his crew to try and survive the roads and areas of the world they were trying to traverse through. For the record, finding a working car in the world of The Walking Dead isn't that easy. So that's why they took this working one and outfitted it with all the basic needs a person would want when trying to survive oncoming zombies. First up, there's a plow on the front of the car, one set with spikes, so the zombies who get into it will be utterly destroyed in no time flat. There are also tire shredders, but they aren't meant for poking out tires. Rather, they're here to destroy the legs of the zombies, thus hurting their mobility even more. The windows are armored, that way the zombies or humans trying to steal the car can't break in easily, and the tires are spiked so they can grip onto any terrain without much issue. And finally, there's room at the top of the car for someone to sit in and be a gunner for any stragglers that might be in the way. Number 7. Amphibious vehicles. This one's a bit tricky because it can get you into trouble if you're not very careful. However, the notion of having a vehicle that can shift from land to water capably is a very enticing one, and something many will likely try and consider when the inevitable zombie apocalypse comes. The reason for this is simple. Zombies can't swim. They can walk, sometimes they can run, but they can't swim. So hiding out in a place like an island is a great idea, so long as the island isn't inhabited with a lot of people and thus were turned into zombies when the outbreak came. An island is an ultimate safeguard because of it being surrounded by water. And at this point, you might think, but why would we need the vehicle if we live on an island? Well, for the same reason that islands need boats today in a non-zombie infested world. You're gonna need food and supplies. And not every island can sustain themselves, so a vehicle is what's needed to go out and get supplies. And if you're going onto land to get supplies, you'll need vehicles that can work on land and water in seconds, not to mention one that can withstand the beating of zombies should the need arise. There are many options for amphibious vehicles, including the water car, which is basically a jeep or truck that can run on the water. It's pretty cool. Number 6. Sportsmobile four-wheel drive vehicle. In the modern world, style and speed are the things that drive purchases. But in a zombie apocalypse, durability and function would be far more important. To that end, the Sportsmobile four-wheel drive vehicle is one you might want to consider getting if you want to survive. This van is built not just to be durable, but to handle any kind of off-road experience. It's literally defined as an adventure van, and an adventure is what you'll be having if you need to survive zombies. But it goes beyond that. The wheels and shocks of the Sportmobile four-wheel drive vehicle, they're able to traverse not just the toughest of rocks, but navigate tricky boulders and other natural obstacles. Plus, with its steel and fiberglass body, the van can take a lot of hits and keep on going, perfect for mowing down zombies. And finally, the inherent desire for this van is that it's got a lot of space. So whether you're on a supply run for your colony or you're transporting people to safety, you'll have the room to do it. The van can take on about 10,000 pounds, so that'll definitely get you what you need and more. Number 5. Night 15 Fully Armored SUV. Now, there are only 100 of the Night 15 fully armored SUVs out there in the world today. And if you're one of those lucky 100, then you'll be better equipped to handle what's coming. This SUV was built for a single reason: get you where you need to go without question and without cause for concern. One of the biggest reasons for that is because the SUV is 100% bulletproof. And you're probably thinking, yeah, zombies don't shoot guns. But if a bullet can't get into the SUV, then probably neither will a zombie. But as various TV shows and movies have shown us, humans can be just as dangerous, and they like to take what isn't theirs. So not only will the armor save you from them, but the SUV also comes with night vision cameras, ones that'll help you see all around your car when you're moving at night, which will also be helpful in detecting zombie hordes. Add to all of that, this SUV actually has a biofuel engine, which means that you can power it much easier than one that runs on gas or diesel. Now, you may have heard of the zombie deer virus. It was reported in early 2019. Known as chronic wasting disease, or CWD for short, it was a contagious neurological disease, mainly affecting several species of deer, elk, and moose. The disease can lay dormant for years, and the virus is extremely hard to get rid of through sanitation. And although we have yet to see any humans infected with it, there exists a similar human counterpart, such as Creutzfeldt-Jakob Disease. If you're a little morbid and a little curious, it's worth a Google. Number 4. Triumph Rocket 3 Roadster. Now, at first glance, a motorcycle might seem like the perfect vehicle to use in a zombie apocalypse. But because of its rather exposed nature, meaning that it doesn't protect the driver like a car, it's one that should only be used in certain circumstances. However, if you are bent on using a motorcycle, you shouldn't just use the first one you see. Rather, you should get something like the Triumph Rocket 3 Roadster. This is one of the more durable and functional motorcycles out there, all the while not sacrificing speed, which you will want in the zombie apocalypse. The bike is equipped to go off-road with relative ease, even being able to go into forest areas without much difficulty. Plus, the Triumph Rocket 3 Roadster can be outfitted with things to help you survive, such as holsters for your weapons and more. Number 3. Ford Police Interceptor. Now, it may seem odd to think about police in the zombie apocalypse, but if you keep your eye out for their vehicles, especially the Ford Police Interceptor, you'll be better off than most. What people often forget is that vehicles like the Ford Police Interceptor were built not only for speed and precision, but durability and longevity. This is the vehicle that certain cops use to do high-speed chases, hence the Interceptor name. And since chases can lead to shootouts, the car is outfitted with protection from bullets. Add that to racks for guns, places for storage, and you've got yourself a solid zombie vehicle that can honestly be found in most big cities in the world. But what might be the best feature of the Ford Police Interceptor is the fact that it has a built-in CB radio. Though electricity will be something that not everyone can use, a CB radio works on a simpler form of it, allowing you to communicate with those that might be out there, and by that token, someone you can team up with and try and survive together. Number 2. Armored trucks. If you've ever been close to a bank during the time they bring in or out money, then you'll have definitely seen something like an armored truck guarding it. At first, this might seem cliche, but armored trucks are no joke. They're built from the ground up to guard not just the money, but the people inside. And despite what movies and TV shows depict, they're not easy to break into. So if you need something to get you to where you need to go, and you want maximum protection for your cargo, an armored truck is an option you might want to consider. This diesel-powered truck won't be the easiest to operate in tight spaces, but if you're in for a long haul, it'll last. And with bulletproof glass and loads of armor, no one will get into this short of a bomb, RPG, or some sort of specialized tool. Plus, due to the very nature of its build, it has a lot of carrying capacity. Perfect for supplies or passengers. And now you might be thinking, wouldn't this be like more of a specialized vehicle and thus kind of hard to find? And the answer kind of depends on your location. If you're in a big city, there's very likely a place that has some of these trucks. And if not, you might be able to find one near a bank or local reserve. Again, just sort of depending on your location. These trucks are more common than you think, and should you get one, you'll be very safe from zombies, opportunistic humans, and more. Number 1. Chevrolet Silverado Black Ops. If you want to survive the zombie apocalypse, you need a vehicle outfitted with just about anything you could possibly need to both escape and survive. And the Chevrolet Silverado Black Ops is one that pretty much does that before you even step into the vehicle. This truck comes equipped with not just a powerful engine and body armor to protect the truck, but also a pair of gas masks, military first aid kit, solar power pack, generator, and more. And those last few things are key, because in most vehicles, you need gas to run the thing. But here you have a solar pack that'll run the truck just by being outside for long enough. Plus, with the gas masks and first aid kit, you'll be able to survive even more situations than just zombie attacks. Add to that, this truck comes outfitted with loads of not just trunk space, but mini storage areas too. It even has a net to protect bigger or loose items to make sure they don't fall out during transport. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. What's your plan for the zombie apocalypse? How do you think your current vehicle would hold up? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on World List.